Hey Colt Nation, Miss Waddell here. Today we're going to go over a day in the life of a student.
First up are car riders. If you are a car rider, you will simply pull up to the front of the school. You will roll down your window and have your temperature taken on your forehead screener. As long as your temperature is under 100.4 degrees, you will be permitted to exit the car and enter the school building. Next up are walkers. If you are a walker, you will simply walk up to the front of the school. There will be an Olmsted staff member there to greet you, take your temperature, record it. As long as your temperature is under 100.4 degrees, you will be allowed to enter the school building. If you are a bus rider, you will remain on the bus until a staff member comes, takes your temperature, records it, and then you will line up outside on the sidewalk. You will be 6 feet apart from other students. You will then be escorted into the building. Depending on what grade you are in will determine where you go once you enter. If you are a 7th grader, you will be escorted to the upper gym. Once you arrive in the upper gym, a kiosk will be placed in the center of the gym if you wish to get breakfast. If you do not wish to get breakfast, you will simply go to your designated assigned seat based on where your first period teacher is assigned. If you would like breakfast, you simply walk up to the kiosk, remaining in line until it is your turn, and then walking to your designated assigned seat. Sixth graders will report to the auditorium. Once they arrive at the auditorium, they will walk down the main aisle. If they wish to get breakfast, they will simply walk all the way up to the front of the auditorium by the stage, where a kiosk will be provided, handing out breakfast for those of you who wish to eat. You will then take your breakfast and go to your assigned area by walking around the outside of the auditorium. Now it's time for lunch. Your teacher will escort you down to the cafeteria. Once you enter the cafeteria, you will stop and receive instructions by an administrator. The administrator will be going over the rules in the cafeteria about being respectful, responsible, and safe. Once these rules and expectations have been discussed, you will then file into a line. There will be 2 lines in the cafeteria. When the first line begins to get filled, you will then be sent to the second line at the back of the cafeteria. It is important that when you are in the lunch line that you maintain proper social distancing between you and the person in front of you. You will move down the line, inform the cafeteria workers what it is you would like for lunch, and then walk to the end, provide your lunch number. You will then be told to go to your assigned seat. Each student will have their own assigned seat in the cafeteria. It is important to remember that your mask must be worn until you get to your assigned seat and are ready to eat lunch. We will now discuss hallway transitions. It is important to remember that students will remain in one classroom for most of the school day, with the exception of going to the cafeteria for lunch and related arts. In the video, you will notice a class being escorted to the related arts. They are lining up while maintaining social distance between the person in front of them. At Olmsted, we always walk on the right-hand side of the hallway. You will see markings on the floor to help guide you. There will be a staff member scattered throughout the floor to make sure that you are properly on the right side of the hallway and keeping a proper distance. This group is going to related arts. Not every student will have the same related arts, even if you're in the same class. So you're going to notice that the students are going to start branching off to their designated related arts class. Notice how the students are still staying on the right-hand side. On behalf of Colt Nation, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned for any updates that we receive.